All right. Welcome to the People's Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm here with Mike Rossi, Joey G. Money Ginolfi, and Andrew Garganese. I'm Doug By. What's up, boys? How are you?
Going on?
Okay.
Doing well, Dougie. How you doing?
Doing well. I'm doing very well.
Andrew,
All right,
how drunk did you get on Christmas?
Christmas
Christmas
was
Eve,
Christmas
not
Eve.
Christmas
Christmas
was very
Eve.
relaxing. I had 3 drinks. Yeah, as I texted you guys from like Thursday when I got out of work until I woke up Christmas morning. I closed in on probably triple digit drinks in that period. It was a marathon.
Do you guys play
Started
drinking
very early
games,
every day.
Andy? Like,
We don't really know. We just
You
get
just
fucked
sit
up.
down
We
and
played
drink.
we played one. We played one and
Up
it
the river, down the
backfired.
river?
No, it was actually every time Chris said the word fuck, you had
Oh,
to drink.
wow.
And
You
then
guys were hammered.
it backfired badly in like 10 minutes because he was telling a story. And I actually had to pull. I shut the game down.
These fucking.
I'm shutting
It
this
was
down.
bad. Yeah.
All right.
So
Well, I'm glad you're recovered from it now. Somewhat. All right. We got a packed show. We got rapid fire. We got Mike's Padlock. We got a debate segment tonight.
ooh,
And we got Joe's Beef and Andy's Mount Rushmore. Should we jump into this thing?
Why not?
Do it.
Let's start with some rapid fire. All right, boys. Question 1. Buy or sell splitting the fantasy championship cash?
well,
Sell.
Sell.
DeAndre
Pussy.
Swift versus Arizona or James Cook versus New England?
Cook.
give me
DeAndre.
Over under 1 interception for Brock Purdy at Washington.
under.
Under.
Buy or sell, the Bills would be the most dangerous team if they made the playoffs.
Five.
Sell.
Iron baby.
Jordan Love at Minnesota or Derek Carr at Tampa Bay?
Love.
Jordan Love.
Car.
Over under 90 yards for CeeDee Lamb versus Detroit.
Over.
Over.
Buy or sell, there's no dominant team in the NFL right now.
Sell.
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 David Njoku versus Jets or Justin Ferguson versus Detroit?
Njoku.
Yeah.
Over under 1 touchdown for CMC at Washington.
Over.
Over.
Buy or sell, making a New Year's resolution.
Five.
Bye.
Who said sell?
Me.
All
I
right.
said so.
Me. This guy.
The
You
guy
guys
that
have-
hates Christmas, right?
Yeah.
It's not even his favorite holiday.
Love Christmas. Love Christmas. Name
Not
one.
a second.
Name one person that makes a fucking New Year's resolution, sticks to it.
That's what I was going to say.
Well, you
Not
have
a
to
single
make
one.
realistic.
Not a
you gotta
single
make
one.
realistic ones.
I
Joe,
got a
have you
new
ever made one
resolution.
and stuck to it? One time in your whole entire life.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
My
Last
resolution-
year I
What was
did.
it?
Last year it was just losing fucking 12 pounds before Simonian's wedding, and me and Winpenny both did that. So you gotta make
Okay.
small ones. You can't make these fucking. Yes, most people are fucking stupid with them and make these life-changing things that they set their minds to, and that's not gonna fucking happen. I agree. You gotta be fucking realistic, but
How
I
much
think there's
weight?
always a good goal to start the year off of.
How much weight for Mike's? Do you care about Mike's as much as you cared about Jay's? Or
Mike's wedding. I mean, it's only a week after the New Year,
Yeah.
so. And Mike's
And it's not
Jay's
in
was
Key West.
Yeah, Jay's wedding was in Key West.
Oh, yeah,
certain
shirts are coming
style,
off.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
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 Mike's wedding. It's
My
a Christmas
resolution
wedding.
is-
We're gonna be fat anyway.
It's to just not get divorced in 2024. That's my resolution.
Okay. Joe,
Make
what's
it a
yours
whole
this year?
year.
You have one?
I haven't made
Fine.
one yet.
Okay.
No. Maybe just not to say anything inappropriate at Mike's wedding weekend.
That is going to be a fail.
Hard fail on that one.
They said realistic goals, Joe.
All right. The other one I wanted to go back to was splitting the fantasy championship cash, because Mike and I were having a little discussion before we started the show, and I am splitting it with Matt this week.
Oh, that's soft.
Pussy.
That's fine. My take on that was I'm okay splitting it if there's something else that you're playing for, like a trophy or a ring or a championship belt or something like that. If you're playing for something else, why care about the cash? Just split it. Don't worry about that. Worry about the trophy.
Yeah, then why put in cash in the beginning of the season then? Just play for the trophy, Doug.
Well, you're
Like,
making
no,
money
that's not-
regardless. You know, we're
Yeah,
still
but
coming up with $500 each.
there's-
So nice little.
It's kind of like when you make a bet to shave your chest and then you change
Knew that
it
was coming
and
up.
you cop out.
That was coming back to me.
It's the same exact thing. I mean, I expect you to do this? Of course, because you won't shave your
'Cause I did
chest when you
that.
lose a bet. Yeah, exactly. So
Now, I didn't reach out for that
Somebody-
part of it, though. That was something that was reached out to me, and
it
I'm gonna
doesn't
take it.
matter. You accepted
I
it.
think it just depends on the people in it. I think if you don't set the rule ahead of time that you can't split the money, it's all the people that are in it. It's
Is that
I've
a
done it
rule?
before,
People do that?
and most of the
And do you want to do that next year?
times I haven't.
Because Winpenny and Cody they're splitting in the 16-team
Oh,
league
the
too.
rule. Yeah, hell yeah.
When
I think
Penny's
that's a rule.
splitting in the
Good rule.
finals, even though he's splitting with McShane too.
Yeah, he's splitting in the finals too. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's he's double splits week. I know we already
Next year,
won
the
high points,
payouts are the
but-
payouts. We're not accepting splits
Yeah,
in
but
my
see,
league
that's
anyway.
why
Or our
that's
league.
why
Andy.
high points instead of third place kind of hurt because Winpenny probably wouldn't have done them both if he didn't have the high point money.
No, I know. But I don't like paying out third. There's no
No.
consolation prize.
I agree with that. I think I want to get rid of that in my league next year. Get rid of that third place game. It should just be first and second.
I like that.
All right. Go ahead, Andy. What are you
yeah.
going to
I didn't know third place got paid out in your league. Am I in that game? Anybody know?
say?
No,
You are not.
you're not.
Bless you.
Bless.
Lost
Guy's
my
not
mind.
recovered yet.
Salute.
Mike's still
Oh.
trying to get his money back in that league, though.
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right.
Why?
You
Why?
lost, so you're in
I'm
the
in-
third place game. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
third place
wow.
game.
Who are you playing in that?
Jose.
Jose. Yep. It's Mike and Jose in that one. All right, boys. Let's jump to Mike's padlock of the week, which definitely didn't hit last week because he guaranteed a victory in fantasy football, and that didn't happen.
You skunk.
So let's see who he can jinx this week.
Tough to get a victory when 3 of your starters go out in injuries, you know? What a week to get injured. But my padlock this week, I'm sticking to the same trend because I mean it's championship week. How much fantasy advice are you gonna give, right? Like people have their lineups. They pretty much know what they're doing if you're in the championship. So my padlock of the week is going to be that Doug is going to beat Matt in the championship, and he's going to have the biggest asterisk next to that championship on the trophy that the world's ever seen. Because the only reason why Doug made the playoffs is because Joe didn't set his fucking lineup. And now he's going to come back and win the championship because of that.
I did set my lineup. I'm just an idiot. We've been over this.
Yeah. The lineup was
I'm
set.
a moron
It just
who
wasn't.
can't read.
Yeah, you set your lineup with people that were out. Like anybody could do that.
I genuinely did not realize and read it so wrong. But yeah, I could have started anybody else on my bench and would have beat them.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna feel it's gonna be a tough draft at Doug's house next year. If
Yeah.
Doug wins the championship.
I was gonna say you should be rooting for Matt in this one for sure.
I am 100%. I'm rooting for Matt because if you won, it's just double.
Get rid of the
double
drama
whammy for me. I'm gonna just completely block that group chat and
It's gonna get ugly if I win.
wait till next year.
Yeah.
Did we decide what
I will say
the punishment is?
Yeah, it's bartending. Him and Craw are
bartending and the baby outfit.
Okay.
I thought. Am I not doing
right.
the baby outfit?
Absolutely. Yeah. Pacifier.
that's fine.
Um,
Listen, I'll go all out for it. It's fine.
And
A
can we get
onesie,
an
maybe
Uber
a
this
onesie?
year?
Tell you this every time we go somewhere. You never fucking listen.
I never fucking do it. I always say we're gonna do it, then last minute, I'm like, I'm gonna be fine. I'll just drive. Just don't let me do that. Let's just get an Uber this year.
All right.
I mean, I probably won't drink that much as I don't drink that much at those things, but so I could probably just drive you.
Maybe you should. Your team.
Maybe I should.
No, no.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should.
Yeah.
I had a lot of injuries
Yeah.
this year.
Start a new trend.
Joe.
I chalked up this year to injuries.
I was just saying in another group chat that I can't wait. Like I'm already excited for draft season. It is just so fun. And now that we have the combine in that league, that's I mean we're gonna do 2 runs of it this year. Yeah, right?
Yeah,
instead of
Yeah,
one.
I'd say we do
agree
2
with that.
runs.
2
Best-
runs. I'm not
score.
wearing boat shoes.
Boat
I'm gonna wear
shoes, yeah.
sneakers. Ready to go.
Maybe
gotta
we,
plan
maybe
I'm
we
this.
should
wait
bring
for
a
my
sprint.
throws on bag. I did a lot of things wrong, so a second run would have been huge because like bag toss, I was waiting for the bags. Like I was slow with everything when I watched my video.
Yeah.
We should really plan it well ahead so that way everybody can do like a full day event, and it's not just like showing up late and need to go early. Like I want this to be like a fucking a whole event, not just the draft.
I try this every year. I send it out like 3 months before the fucking date. And yet still like a week before, be like, oh, I can't make it. Sorry. People don't prioritize it like we do. We're psychos.
Yeah, I guess not.
So
that's true.
People have lives. It's tough. We're in a tough stage right now with that. But yes, I'll do the same thing again. I'll plan it way in advance, and hopefully we can get everyone there. All right. Next, I want to do a little debate. We'll do like an little open session talk here. And I want to know who's everyone's MVP is right now, currently in the NFL. Mike, who's your MVP right now?
I think it's CMC, and it's either him or Lamar. It's between those two. CMC just every time he gets the ball, you can just see him going to the house or breaking some tackles or making some crazy play. And Lamar, he just proved it again this week that he just gets out of the pocket, he keeps plays alive, and he can fucking sling it when it matters. So it's between those two for me. I think that's common consensus, right? That's not like anything outrageous.
It is, yeah. I'd be curious to see if one of you guys has someone different because I'm on the same track as that. Andy, you got someone? I got a feeling Andy might have a dark horse there.
I do, but I do think it's Lamar. We talked about this last week. Like if you pull Purdy off, right? Are they that much worse? No. If you pull Lamar off, like that team's gonna fucking fall apart. So I had Lamar ahead of him. Purdy last time. A couple of those picks weren't Purdy's fault. A couple of them were. But he's just not that important as McCaffrey even is to his own offense. So even though I think it's a two-person race, maybe Tyreek gets in three, right? It's Lamar, then it's CMC, then it's Tyreek to me. Those are the most important players to their team's success. We know it's a quarterback league, and we know it comes down to victories and where you end up, right? So there's a chance the Bills backdoor a second, they're the number 2 seed in the East and in the AFC, and JA is going to end up with 45 touchdowns and probably 4,600 yards, 4,700 yards, somewhere around there. If you do those things and you get the number 2 seed and maybe Lamar plays poorly, in the last 2 games, whatever it is, he could get in, but it's a long shot. I think it's Lamar's to lose at this point.
Yeah, it was Joe, I think, had nailed it last week in his beef of the week. But it's a quarterback award, and that's pretty apparent. But I think the most consistent guy has been CMC all year.
He really is the best player on the best offense or the best team, whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
he's head and shoulders over everyone else at his position, whereas I don't think Lamar is.
No.
Joe, where are you at on it?
Yeah, he's got something.
Yeah.
I think it's a 3-man race, and I think it comes down to Lamar, Christian, and I think Tyreek. I think the only person that you could see possibly get in it. So I honestly think whoever wins the AFC is going to end up with the MVP. I think it's either going to end up being Lamar, or I think it's going to be either Tua, or I think it's going to be Tyreek from the Dolphins if the Dolphins end up with the 1 seed. I think those are the only 2 teams that are going to possibly come away with the 1 seed, and I think it's going to be somebody off of that team. I think the 49ers losing this week kind of hurt both those guys. But Purdy's definitely out of it. I don't care how good he plays against Washington. He showed earlier in the year he can't win without the rest of the guys, but he showed this week how he can easily throw a game away. It doesn't have that MVP piece to his caliber.
Yeah, I don't even think CMC should be punished for that because Purdy actually did throw that game away. CMC did everything he could. It was CMC versus the Ravens. But he couldn't overcome what Purdy was doing.
Interesting stat. It was about Kyle Shanahan. And like he's never had like a 14-point comeback at any point in his head coaching career.
That's
So
an
like,
interesting
wow.
it
stat.
doesn't matter if it's 14 in the second half or 14. Like if he gets down 14, his teams just do not win, which makes him the greatest front runner maybe we've ever seen. But like, can he not coach from behind? He is still the OC that called
I was just
that
gonna
Matt
say.
Ryan
Yep.
fucking 7-step
I was
drop
gonna say he
that
can
cost
lose
him
a
the Super Bowl.
14-point
Yeah, he
lead.
certainly can lose
So,
one.
like, I mean, he's definitely like his system's filthy. He's had nothing but like, you know, that second tier before you become a champion success. But that's pretty impressive to not be able to call a comeback.
So we're all on the same page, CMC Lamar. If I was to vote, I would vote CMC though. Not saying he's
Yeah.
gonna win, but I would vote CMC. Are we all on the same page on that one too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had a
Yeah.
vote out, yeah.
It really, but this week is going to determine. I mean, Ravens Dolphins, that's the biggest game of the year, coming off
Huge.
of the biggest game of the year. The Ravens 49ers was just the biggest game of the year, and Lamar showed, and they dominated the Niners. If they can come back and now do that to win the AFC, it's Lamar's trophy.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah. Again, quarterback trophy. That's a good
He's gonna win.
transition. Yeah.
He's gonna
yeah.
win
Yeah.
with probably the worst stats we've ever seen. Well, maybe not ever, but
Much worse
in
than his
recent-
Oh, to have him
2019.
here.
Yeah, much worse
Yeah.
than his 2019 stats.
3,300 yards, 19 touchdowns, 7 picks, but 786 rushing yards with 5 touchdowns, but only 19 passing touchdowns. So he's going to win MVP.
he has 20. He has 24 touchdowns. I
Total.
like at some point, like I don't know, man. You can't. His defense is fucking sick. Like,
Exactly.
you don't have to
So
put up that many points to win
Good,
games.
good.
so that's the question.
Josh Allen has 40.
At any point did he seem like he was the best player in the NFL this year? And
No.
I would say no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's why this is a great chance for the Dolphins, not only to get a stranglehold on the 1 seed, but Tua or Tyreek. If either one of them has like a blow the roof off type of game, they could easily take that MVP away.
Tua could be a dark horse for sure.
I think Tua's odds are better than Tyreek's. I think Tua might be 3 right now. But with that said, if this switches to a Tua getting it over Tyreek thing, are we not? We're just right back in that same position where Purdy got it over CMC, right? Like,
yeah.
it's,
Yeah, it is. It is for sure.
we can't win, boys. It's a fucking quarterback award. It's driving us insane.
Let me ask you this: if he didn't get hurt, would CJ Stroud be in this conversation at all?
Well, I mean, that's a weird if. How many games have they won? Where are they in the standings?
Yeah,
What are his stats in these games? Are they losing?
He'd be
winning?
slightly in this conversation. I don't think he would win it. No. But yeah, slightly. Yeah, because he was leading the league in yards at one point in time for quarterbacks.
I don't know
I
what they would have done, what the team would have done.
Yeah,
if he played.
That's the
That's the
thing.
tough part.
If he wins all those games, then they're in first place in their division because right now they're tied with Jacksonville, right? Or they won back.
No, I think they're one back.
But still, they're still in it. I mean, if
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
they won all the games, then they could have been tied or had the spot ahead of them. I think his name would have been in the conversation. They're tied, so they'd be in the lead in that division. If he had his type of games he's been having,
he'd be in the conversation.
His name might be in the conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. So that being said, is he a lock for Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
Over Puka? I mean, Puka.
I was just gonna say I don't know about over Puka.
Year.
Puka just had such a good week again. Like
he's having a historical season, Puka.
I looked up just
Laporta
because we talked about it.
Yeah, Laporta.
Go ahead, Joe.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Rossi, but
you're fine.
You can't not include Laporta for what he's done. I know a tight end's a hard one to give it to, but I mean, look at the numbers, man. I'm pretty sure he's the top. I know fantasy doesn't mean anything, but I think he's got the top fantasy points for a tight end after this weekend.
He might right now. He's tight end
Jordan
/
Addison
wide receiver.
too. Shouldn't he be in that conversation? Didn't he break the record for rookie touchdowns by a wide receiver?
I didn't know that.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't think so. I would think Puka would have
wise and like game impact. I think Puka's done more.
Yeah.
I looked up because we talked about it either last week or the week before about it was the whole James Cook being in the first round thing, and that really stuck with me. I forget who was so on that like he's going to be. Was it you, Doug?
I
Doug
don't
was
remember.
big on
I
Yeah.
can't recall.
And it really just like stuck with me. I like did so much
He says I
research
can't
research
recall.
and I ended up getting like James Cook back to, mid second to late second when you really factor in all the people that are going to be over him. But I looked up other people's like way too early projections, and they have Puka in the first round of what I'm seeing right now. And I didn't have Puka above James Cook. And if that's the case, then that's crazy. Is Cooper Kupp not on the Rams next year? Is that what's happening?
I mean, I think it's pretty proven Matt Stafford can move the ball around. And Cooper's old, coming off injury. I'm not saying he's better than Puka, I think, still, but Stafford can move the ball around. There's no reason they can't both get,
No, I mean,
140 targets a year next year.
I wouldn't, but also too, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they moved Cooper Kupp while he still got a lot of value. Look at what they're doing with Demarcus Robinson now. 2-2. I mean, like you said, Stafford can sling it with these guys.
Dude,
He did it without Cooper.
The Stafford window's that window's closing. He's old. Cooper's window's closing. The fucking I forget their GM's name, but he punted all those picks for fucking like 4 years in a row to go get a ring.
Which is what's even more amazing that they're in.
Yeah, but if you don't have Donald,
shit.
If you don't have Donald coming back, your defense is nothing. Aaron Donald is your defense.
Yeah, and their defense is borderline nothing this year. It's obviously going to be
that's
worse.
What I'm saying.
It's going to be worse now, but I mean,
if you don't have Donald,
you can still replace and like they're going to be a playoff team.
That's crazy.
They might steal a game in the playoffs.
Yeah,
they're a better roster or a better team than some of the teams that are going to get in. Any team from the fucking NFC South, right? They draw that matchup. They're winning in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Them and
that
the
whole
Bucks
team
been consistent.
That whole team, it's just a complete surprise. Like Kyron Williams being one of the best fantasy backs, Puka being one of the best fantasy receivers. It's just, and the Rams just being good in general. Nobody saw any of those things coming.
Those were both 5th-round draft picks too. Like, how about hitting on 2 5th-round draft picks like that? Back to back.
Maybe Sean McVay has a good, he knows what he's doing.
No, it's not.
Or the GM, whoever the GM is. I don't know.
Yeah. When they won the when they won the Super Bowl, he had a shirt. It was like Michael Jordan's face. You know that meme? Yeah, Les Snead. It said "fuck them picks."
Is that what he said?
It was the best shirt I've ever seen.
Wow.
He's at the parade wearing it. Oh, so good.
That's awesome.
It worked. It certainly worked, at least for 1 year. And I think a lot of teams out there would take that. I think most teams would take that.
But it was a smart. They needed to do that because they were new to Los Angeles, and any Los Angeles team, you're not like they don't have fans. They just go.
Chargers definitely do not. I think the Rams had a little bit of a following from like the 80s when they were the LA Rams then.
True. But to win a championship, what was it, their first or second year in LA, that stapled them as Los Angeles' football team.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. So in rapid fire, I asked the question, buy or sell. There's no dominant team in the NFL. And all three of you said sell. So who is that dominant team that's gonna?
No, we all said buy.
I thought I was the only one who said sell.
Oh, I thought I heard a lot of sells.
Sell too. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Okay,
right,
either way.
Who's the dominant team?
Well, at least Joe didn't say yes
Baltimore?
or no.
I'm gonna say Ravens and Niners are both dominant teams.
Ravens lost to the Giants.
I mean, Eagles lost to the Jets. Like that shit happens, Like
I'm just you can't lose those games.
Eagles are not a dominant team. That was a bad example.
I know. I'm not saying they are, but
that's what I'm saying. That's why there's no dominant team.
Yeah.
I think the Ravens and Niners are still the most dominant teams in the NFL.
If Ravens beat the Dolphins, then yes, I'd have to say yes to this, which I think the Dolphins are going to beat them. I think they got too much speed for the Ravens.
Well, let me ask you this. Does anybody know if Kyle Hamilton is actually hurt? Because if he's out, that's a huge part of their defense. That guy's a monster in the secondary. And he got hurt late in the game.
I don't think they've made a call on if he's playing or not, but I think he's possibly going to play.
Okay.
I don't see him missing the game. No. I think he's too valuable.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look bad, it says.
Those Notre Dame products, you got to get them in the game.
There's literally like one good Notre Dame player that's not an offensive lineman, and his name is Kyle Hamilton. Cut it out over there.
All right, Mike. What's your Super Bowl matchup right now? What's your pick for that, and who wins it?
Well, I just said they're dominant team, so Niners, Ravens.
So
I think
it
the
is
Niners,
Ravens.
I think the Niners come back and win it. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's a
he's
rematch
buying
of
into the logo theory.
Yeah, that's a rematch of like the 2010. Oh, that is a logo theory.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
that is a logo theory. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
saw that. That is interesting. All right, Joe, who's yours?
So it's got a stipulation because if the Bills make the playoffs, I would put my money in the Bills coming out of the AFC.
That's not a good sign if Joe's putting his money on it.
Yeah, actually, fucking don't do it.
if the Bills don't make the playoffs, I think the Dolphins are coming out of the AFC. And then the NFC, man, I don't see an NFC team competing with the Niners. As long as Trent Williams is going to be okay, and he can block, Niners aren't going to lose.
All right. Before we move on, Mike, who was your before the season started picks?
Eagles, Chiefs.
Joe, you had the Cowboys, right? So you're going to back off the Cowboys, even though they're still in it.
My problem is they're too bad of a road team. They don't have enough wins on the road against good teams for me to. If they were the 1 seed, I would take the Cowboys to be. That's no joke. If Cowboys were home, that defense at home and Dak at home, I would take the Cowboys on a heartbeat. They're not going to get the 1 seed, and I don't trust them on the road. Do I think they could? I think the defense is definitely good enough to get them to the Super Bowl still. Just offense does not play good on the road.
Who was your other team?
Are they completely out of getting the 1 seed?
Oh, they might not be with the Niners losing. They might not be. I thought
they were
10-5.
Can they hop the Eagles?
They can hop the Eagles if the Eagles lose again.
But the Eagles have like the Giants and the fucking Cardinals or something.
Yeah.
Like, they're probably not losing, right?
No.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Who was it, Joe? Who was your preseason picks? Cowboys and who? You remember?
It was Cowboys. Was it Bengals or Chiefs?
Mine was Cowboys Bengals.
Mine was Cowboys. That was Doug's. Okay.
Yeah, mine was Cowboys. Mine was Cowboys Chiefs.
So his might have been Cowboys
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Fucking. You know how I feel about the Chiefs wide receivers. There's not a fucking chance in hell I'm betting on that fucking team even to win a playoff game.
Yeah, that quarterback.
They probably will, but I won't. I wouldn't touch it. Just if Tony and Sky Moore are in the lineup, I'm fucking out.
We should have played a drinking game of every time Joe says fuck would be hammered.
Yeah, that was pretty Chris-esque there. Doug, does your Mahomes hatred just be because you don't want anybody to be in the conversation with Tom Brady?
I think there's some truth to that. I think there's definitely some truth to that.
Right,
I think he got nominated too early. That's all.
You talk about him like you talk about Tyreek.
Yeah. I talk about him like he's beating women.
Yeah. That fucking quarterback sucks.
Well, his voice goes right through me, that Kermit the Frog shit, too.
Yeah, but if in his defense, if he was beating his wife, I think we'd like him more.
That's also true.
Jesus Christ.
His brother, too. Throw that in there.
What are we doing?
Yeah, Joe, you were Cowboys Chiefs 27-20 Cowboys.
Yeah, Chiefs aren't coming out of the AFC. There's no chance.
That being said about Mahomes, though, and I was talking to Matt about it earlier because Matt's a hardcore Chiefs fan, as we all know, and he agrees with me, by the way. I called him out on it a little bit. I was like, I'm so sick of hearing that it's the line, it's the wide receivers, it's this, it's the reps, it's that. So the quarterback isn't to blame at all. Not at all.
No, he's got to take some blame, but the wide receivers are the ball's
they're
going
atrocious,
through their hands.
Joe. They are atrocious.
Brady put the ball in good spots, but his guys caught I guarantee if you look it up, they did not have as many drops as this fucking team.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, they're leading the league in drops right now, so I doubt it.
It's
I
insane.
doubt Patriots ever did. They were coached better though.
Come on, don't you dare make this an Andy Reid thing. I will not take this blasphemy on Andy Reid. All right.
All right, Andy.
Doug, did you watch any of the Raiders game?
Oh, I did. Yeah. I watched a lot of that game actually.
I mean, look, I wish they would first off show like the camera from like behind the quarterback you could kind of see what he's seeing.
Yeah.
Because every snap was the exact same thing. It was like I was just like rewinding 10 seconds and playing the same play over. Because he would take the ball, he would look at his first read, nothing there, and then Max Crosby would fucking get by whoever was trying to block him, and then Mahomes is rolling one way or rolling the other way.
So that's
Can't
my
find
thing with
anybody.
Mahomes, though.
6 yards down the field, he's either fucking sliding, run out of bounds, or
Yeah, so
or missing the throw.
So Mahomes reminds me a lot of Aaron Rodgers, where he's not a 2-3 step back, throw it immediately guy. He never is. He always is playing the playground style of football. He always is running around all over the place. And that only works if your receivers know how to get into that. You know, like Kelsey has always been a guy that can just sit in that zone. Tyreek Hill was always the guy that would get open for him. It only works if you have those type of guys that can do that.
I mean, I think we're kind of you're saying it only works. They're fucking 9-6. They're 9-6.
Yeah. They're 9-6.
Last year he did the exact same thing. No Tyreek, ran around, won an MVP and a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. It's not
last
like
year.
Miss.
But what's wrong this year then? Is it just that his receivers are dropping balls?
I mean, I think we all agree Kelsey is not Travis Kelsey. I don't know what's happening,
going on.
But
he's 34. That's what's going
not
on.
Only,
yeah, I mean,
no, I'm not saying his age. Did you guys?
Side
Andy,
distractions.
you said you watched the game. Did you see that little feud between him and Andy Reid?
Oh, he fucking slammed the helmet.
The helmet thing, and I think Andy Reid, yeah.
And then Reid blocked
it was because he
the helmet
slammed
coming
the
back
helmet.
to him. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it looked like after that, I didn't watch anything before that. I was doing other stuff, but I don't know if Travis Kelsey was just exhausted or he wasn't running full speed. Even when he was going in motion, it was like kind of half-assed. Like everything he was doing wasn't Travis Kelsey-esque. It was all slow motion and kind of like he wasn't trying.
I think frustration and is in general is setting in on that team.
On that team, absolutely.
I mean, also too, I want to mention one of the craziest stats. O'Connell did not have a completion outside of the first quarter, and they won that fucking game.
Yeah.
Not a completion.
It's insane.
It's
2 defensive
insane.
touchdowns.
Hey, Antonio Pierce, though, doing a great job.
Dude, motivators. He's the next Dan Campbell. Just come in there, fucking motivate the guys, and fucking get them pumped.
He deserves the job, no doubt.
He does.
Fucking give it to him. What the fuck? They've always picked the wrong coaches. Just run with this and let them see what happens.
Yeah. Andy, who's your Super Bowl picks?
I think it was Bills over Eagles, and I believe it was Bills by 1 million. So
you could stick with that. You could stick with it.
Pretty good. We owe them a little something from week fucking 10 or whatever it was.
So do you have the Bills making it?
Yeah, I mean, I just can't separate my head and my heart. So yeah, obviously I got them fucking in the Super Bowl. If they were to not make the playoffs, I do think the Ravens are the best all-around team, and I think that the Browns are probably the second best all-around team in the AFC.
Yeah, they
are. Not including Buffalo, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know about McDaniels, the way he calls a game in the playoffs. I don't know what that's going to really lead to in the AFC. And then the NFC is, I mean, Dallas is solid when they're solid, and when they're not, they're fucking doo-doo. And, Philly's got to get it together, and they've got these, Division II schools that they're playing, a little cupcake schedule to figure it out. And San Fran's going to be fine. So I don't really know I think we're all on San Fran's probably still the best team in the NFC. But I don't see anybody. Philly, Dallas, maybe. Rams, Bucks, probably not, right? Like, I don't know. There's really no one to contend with them.
So you got Bills Niners is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Philly's defense can't get him into the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, Rossi. That secondary is too bad.
Dude, you know what's it's James Bradbury is a disaster this year. If you looked at I think it was a 92-yard drive. Not this week, the week before when they lost to the Seahawks. I think it was 92 yards. They went in the last 2 minutes or whatever. And every single catch on that drive was against James Bradbury. Every single fucking catch. And now this week they put in Keely Ringo, the rookie corner from Georgia, who
They
has
drafted somebody from
flashed.
Georgia.
No way.
Just a couple of guys from Georgia. And I mean, I don't even know, to be honest with you. I wasn't really paying attention to the game as much as I normally would be. But when he was in and I saw plays that he was making, it was night and day better than James Bradbury. So if they make that change, I think it's going to make a huge difference. And Hassan Reddick he's coming on strong again, like he did last year, and he's making a difference on that D line.
Is there? I don't know the guy's name. I can't remember the OC. Who was the OC that you guys had last year?
Shane Steichen.
Is there any legitimacy to that offense not being as good with him gone?
Well,
Jalen
it's
Hurts
definitely
take a little step back.
The offense, like I'm not saying that Shane Steichen was the reason why these players are good, but I think Brian Johnson calls such a different style offense. Like there's no motion.
That they
It's
had to
all out
adjust to
routes
it.
and curl routes and nothing over the middle. And I just think they need, when you have AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, and Jalen Hurts who can extend plays, you need to be able to use that like the Dolphins are using their offense. And they're just too basic of an offense right now.
Yeah, they still have the talent.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
What's yours, Doug?
Mine is the Niners. I don't think there's any team that can beat them in the NFC when they're right. And like you said, Joe, when it comes to the Cowboys on the road, I don't trust them. And then in the AFC, I do think the Ravens are the most complete team right now, but I think they're beatable. And I think if the Bills get in there, I would not be shocked at all to see a Bills-Niners Super Bowl as well. And I would love that Super Bowl. I think that'd be a fun Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Niners win, though.
Hope.
I think Niners would win.
Yeah. The AFC Championship game I'd love to see would either be Ravens Bills, or I'd like to see, I think we're going to get a great game from the Ravens Dolphins. And if Jalen Ramsey's healthy, that Dolphins defense plays on a different level. So I'd love to see a repeat of that game. So either one of those two games I'd love to see in the AFC Championship.
All this shit talk I talk about Mahomes, are we sleeping on Mahomes? You know, like
not
he is
not
that
with
guy
those
that scares
receivers.
me.
I don't care. I don't think those
you are.
Those receivers are so fucking, like Tony. I know Tony and Moore were there last year, but they have to be more primary this year, and they can't get it done. And he doesn't have, at least last year, he had a little bit more trust in those guys than he did this year. They've let him down so much that he can't trust them in big situations. And unless Kelsey gets open when they need plays, they're not going to be able to get it
It's
done.
strange to think that Juju was an upgrade to some of those guys, because Juju.
No,
is...
I would say
He
Rashee
caught the
Rice.
ball.
If you look at the receivers from last year and this year, I would say Rashee Rice is the best of that bunch. No?
Of all of them. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would give Juju the best hands out of any of them. But I think Rashee is a better overall receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a better talent at this stage in their careers. But yeah, until the Chiefs get beat and Mahomes gets beat in the playoffs, I got to see it first, you know?
Yeah, as long as you got Mahomes, you got a chance, man.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't like him, but the man is a fucking game wrecker.
No,
He wants to be.
He is my Peyton.
I know
Manning
you hate
now.
him, Doug.
I know,
right?
exactly.
His
He's my Peyton Manning right now.
apparently.
He's the guy that you can never doubt him, because he can always pull one out in the end. So, all right, good talks. So this week, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I should have already brought it up, but I am in the championship game because of Joseph. You guys looked over the teams. Mike already said I'm going to win with an asterisk. Joe, where are you and Andy at?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead, Andy. You can go first.
Nope, I didn't.
Are you going to look it up? All right. So I looked at it right before we came on air. Wouldn't have thought either one of these teams would be in the championship, but like Doug said, they're probably two of the healthier teams in the championship. I think it comes down to the two wide receivers that Matt has, and those guys could have massive games with Devontae Adams and why can't I remember who his other guy was that I was looking at? CeeDee Lamb.
Adams and CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, I'm afraid of those two for sure.
But I think you have a big advantage with Purdy having such a bad week last week.
I'm looking for a big bounce back. Yeah,
I think there's going to be a big bounce back, and against Washington, which is obviously a tasty matchup. I think that's going to come down to those two wide receivers and how big of a game, how big of a bounce back Purdy can have. I think it's going to be close. I think I like your odds a little better. So if I had to pick one, gun to my head, I would probably take your team, Doug.
Yeah, and so my team is healthy right now, but a couple weeks prior to the playoffs, I had Joe Burrow, Mark Andrews, and Jamar Chase, and I traded all three of those guys because Burrow and Chase got back. I mean, Burrow and Andrews out for the year, so I had to make some moves. I used Chase for pieces.
Yeah, I know. I traded you Kittle. I know.
You traded me Kittle and Calvin Ridley, so big reason why I'm in it. Really, Joe, you're the reason I'm in this championship. Because of that trade and because of you not putting in a guy. So thank you, Joseph.
Listen, I do what I can. Just add to the collusion that people were
this whole time.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Wow. All right.
Just Joe being dumb this year in fantasy. That's all it is. That's the moral of the story. Joe was a fucking idiot this year.
All right, Andy, you had to quit.
Fantasy advice.
You had time to look over that real quick. Where's your head at? Who's winning this week?
Not you. You're
okay.
not winning. But it's really sad that those are the two teams representing our championship in that league. That's what I have to say. That's my biggest takeaway here. Those things, those are bad. Those are bad rosters.
They're not.
That's what I said.
I don't have a stud on there right now, and it's because
I think you smoked me in the first. Did you crush me too in the first round?
Was it that team has been
in the first round.
He beat me in the first round, yeah.
Yep.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah, I put up like 160 or something.
Yeah, my team laid down like the last 3 weeks. So
yeah, but you would have won if the other guy was in the league instead of Doug.
Yeah, you can, whatever. I mean, you can do that every year. I would have won if I didn't fucking lose 10 straight games.
No, but if Joe just made a lineup, is what I'm saying.
I don't care.
There's a lot of luck involved in this.
Oh, it's all luck. You can be as good as you want, and then Patrick Mahomes throws fucking a pick six and fumbles the ball, and the Raiders scored 2 touchdowns, and
yeah, who the hell sees that
to the Raiders defense?
I was saying that there's a lot of Chiefs talk, but I was saying that too on Christmas Day. It amazes me every single week that they're not good. It's like, wait a second, why aren't they scoring points? Every single week. It's like, oh shit.
Every week, yeah.
All right, Joe, it's time for your beef of the week. What do you got for us this week?
Oh, we got one.
So, yeah, we got one. Football on Thanksgiving is a tradition, and we associate it with it. Yes, it's a family time, but there's more lulls between courses with some families. Kids can get together in the morning, do their stuff. But Christmas, in my opinion, is not a time for football. We definitely did not need football all day long. It's a time for kids to celebrate. You got gifts. You got family giving gifts. There's a lot of things happening. There's travel on Christmas Day more than there is on Thanksgiving because you're trying to get to multiple families to give gifts. And if you were like me, who were just with a family that doesn't like watching football, because you have to go there to see your niece and nephew, you lose out and you don't get to watch some of the games. There was no reason to have a 3-game lineup. You could have just kept it at Monday Night Football and let people come home, relax, and enjoy a game. Christmas Eve was the day before. It was Sunday. A lot of people don't usually get together till later. Could have very easily slated most of the games at 1 o'clock so people can watch them all and not miss out on stuff. But in my opinion, we don't need football games on Christmas. Basketball has always been a thing on Christmas. They try to set good matchups now. They had 5 decent games. Obviously, for us, the Celtics, playing the Lakers is what we want. Something like that is what we want to watch around here. But I don't think football has a place on Christmas Day. I think there's too much going on with it, and just keep it away from it. If it falls on a Monday again like that, just keep the Monday night game. But don't try to take it away from that holiday.
If it falls on a Sunday, you don't mind it though, correct?
Last year they moved a lot of games to Saturday, and they played majority of the lineup on Saturday. So I would say stick with that same type of thing. So I don't think there should be a full lineup on the holiday like that.
So you say all these things about, gifts and family and all this stuff, but realistically, it's because you couldn't watch football. Is the problem with Christmas
I
football
mean,
being on Christmas? It's
I'm
because you
sure
can't watch it
I'm
specifically.
sure that there was a lot of people that had to do things for their kids or stuff like that and didn't, or people were just in situations like mine that they went to people's in-laws or other family places that did not watch football. I mean, again, Thanksgiving, everybody knows there's always going to be football on Thanksgiving. It's not always there for on Christmas. So the off chance it does fall on it, it hurts some situations is all I'm saying.
He's not wrong. For me this year, Christmas Eve hurt me more though. I didn't really get to see much football at all Christmas Eve. The kids had the TV watching Christmas stuff.
That's the thing, exactly. People put Christmas movies on. They
Yeah.
want to have that stuff in the background. Um, there's no music or any movies that associate with Thanksgiving. So like football can be on all the TVs across America.
Very true.
And
Very
they're
true.
not really thinking about fantasy football people either. Because for me, I was a little bit stressed out on Christmas Day, having to track
That's
that
true.
stuff a little bit. That was kind of annoying.
I, I did a good job not letting it affect my Christmas. It did affect me watching the Eagles game because I had Devonta Smith and I needed him to go off. And when he had that first touchdown early in the game, it was like a 60-yard touchdown. My hopes went up a little bit. And I started watching that game, and specifically, where's Devonta Smith every single fucking play. And then if he was on the right side, they hiked the ball, and I'd look to see where the fuck Jalen Hurts was looking. And if he was looking left, I was getting pissed at my own team because he looked the opposite way of Devonta Smith. And I don't want to do that watching football.
Is there anything worse in fantasy football than having a team where you just like, you already give up on the matchup? You're like, I'm done. And then something like that happens and you're all of a sudden
Yeah.
back into it and it gives you a sliver of hope, right? And
And then you
then
still lose
you
by
still
like
lose.
27 or
Yeah, yeah.
something.
Yep.
Andy, did you not ask Santa for new AirPods?
I don't ask Santa for anything because I'm 35 years old. Chill.
I just know. I saw you messing with your
I know. I
AirPods,
saw you
man.
get.
That's what
I
I was
saw you
laughing
giggle.
at.
No.
Did you not sit on his lap this year, Andy?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't mind sports on holidays. I'm not ever going to complain about sports being on TV. So, kind of disagree. I will agree with the fucking stream specific.
Oh, it's so
You
stupid.
can't get games on regular television.
Yeah,
Trash that the NFL did.
that is trash because that was a good game on Peacock that a lot of people don't have Peacock, right?
Real. I got multiple texts like, "How are you watching this game?" I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I can't help you. Like,
Yeah.
go away. But this just fucking, it's terrible. That's bad.
That is bad.
Especially like the older crowd, like I don't know, my father,
Mhm.
who was probably about 7 of those texts, and they just got progressively angrier. You know, but dude doesn't know what he's doing. Like, it just
Yeah.
put the game on TV. You scummy bastards. How much more money do you need?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's true.
Completely agree with that. That was a good beef right there. That was a good side beef.
Side
that
beef?
You just had, Andy. Side beef.
Sorry.
Little side beef. All right, Andy, we're going to stick with you because now we're going to hear Andy's Mount Rushmore. What do you got for us this week?
All right. I had trouble explaining this pre-show here, so I'm going to try and do a little bit better. It's the greatest championship seasons or whatever it might be for an individual accolade, because I got one on there, but the greatest single season championship runs, whatever it might be, teams of all time. That makes sense? Not really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'll fucking
Got
get
you.
it.
I got you.
All right. Anyway.
Just listen up, would you?
Number one for me, and this is tough. But I'm going to go with the 95-96 Bulls. That's the 72 win Jordan team. I'm going to say that they're the greatest team of all time. Up until the what was it, the 16-17 Warriors beat their regular season record. I didn't think anybody would ever do that. And then they didn't even win the championship. So what a waste.
Yeah.
That's borderline.
Patriots 07, I know.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was
I got you.
Be a whole different Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
And the team that I was struggling to put them above was actually the 2019 LSU Tigers. That fucking team is the greatest college football team of all time. And every year that goes by, when it happened, I was like, oh, that's incredible. But dude, they beat 7 top 10 teams in one season. They went 15-0. They beat 7 top 10 teams.
That's impressive. Yeah.
I mean, now you look at their 3 best players are possibly the best quarterback and the best 2 wide receivers in the NFL. Number 3 for me, Sugar Ray Robinson. He won 91 straight fights. He won his pro record. He's got over 200 victories. And I think he had like 85 amateur victories. Like the dude had 300 boxing victories. That's outrageous. He was a 6-time champ, I think it was. I think I wrote it down. Yeah, 6-time champ. 6-time champ with over 200 fucking victories. He killed a man in the ring.
Jeez.
He fucking
killed the man.
He fucking killed. You ever guys? He had a dream he was gonna kill the dude. He asked him not to box. The guy's like, "I'll be fine," and he fucking killed him. That's a real story.
Holy shit!
And then just because it's a football show, I have to put the 72 Dolphins in there. 14-game season. I know it's whatever, but they went undefeated. They won a championship. They're the only team ever to do it, so they deserve some respect.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I might get into other people's.
Go ahead, Mike.
Real quick. How many LSU players do you think were drafted into the NFL off of that 2019 team?
Oh my God, I think we might be able to name them. The big 3, obviously. Clyde goes in the first. I'm gonna say Patrick Queen was on that team. Derek Stingley's on that team. Oh, we're missing somebody else in the secondary.
Was Matthew on that team?
Keyshawn Boutte is, I think, he's a freshman.
No, Matthew wasn't on that team.
Matthew was before that.
Yeah, he was
right.
Before.
Keyshawn's on there.
I don't have the list of players. I have the number of 19.
Holy crap!
19.
Wow.
Now I'm not sure if this is it's players that were on the 2019 squad, not necessarily starters. Yeah, but 19 fucking players off that team were drafted.
Wow,
that's wild. Absolutely fucking nuts. That's
so
like
Joe. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna start rambling.
Joe, would you have Tiger Woods on there on yours? The Tiger Slam?
The Tiger Slam is nothing like that has happened since. It's the closest I think we'll ever get to a golf Grand Slam. So, I mean, yeah, I would definitely have that in there. And the fashion that he won those tournaments too, he was just dominating.
He was dominant. Yep. Mike, who'd you have?
Well, the 72 Dolphins were on my quick list that I brought up. The 92 Dream Team. Come on. How can you not have the 92 Dream Team on there? We're gonna stick Olympics. Do you believe in miracles? The 80 US hockey team. And that was a fucking, I mean, everyone's seen that movie, right? That was incredible. And then of course
it was a miracle, I think, no?
Bigger, even a bigger comeback and a bigger story than the 80 US soccer team was the 04 Pistons. Just came in, took down Shaq and Kobe in 5.
How's the 23 Pistons? How are they doing?
27 straight.
Tomorrow.
27.
I'll be at the Pistons Celtics game tomorrow, boys.
You going to
it? Yeah. It's my son's first basketball game. He's seeing the 2-28 Pistons.
What's the record? Do we know?
27.
They have it. They did
27 for a single season. For a single season, it's 27. The overall record's 28, so they can tie it to tomorrow night.
Oh, in playoffs,
history, boys.
I think it was like a stretch of 2 years.
Oh, a stretch of 2 years regular season.
Yeah.
I got you.
Wow,
that is amazing. Yeah, because when I saw that, I was like, "What the hell's the record? Like, you can't even.
Yeah,
you can't even try to do
everything he can too on that team. He put up 41 last night, 37 in the second half, and they just still couldn't make it work.
Yeah. Anybody here watch tennis? I feel like there was a Grand Slam not so long ago, right? Nadal or somebody.
Jokic, yeah.
Probably Federer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jokic is he's pretty dominant. I don't know like
Jokic?
what season though. You know what I mean? Like I would have
Yeah.
to. It's tough, man. I'd have to look back at seasons with individual players, but I know Federer's had some amazing ones.
Doug, what about you? What do you got on that list?
I think I mean I mentioned Tiger Woods.
Okay.
I would have to totally look into this a little bit more. Joe, did you have one outside of Tiger Woods, or did I take yours?
Not like dominant. I have like championship stories that I like. Like for me, my favorite championship team is my Steelers team of Super Bowl 40 because it was Bettis's last year. They made it as the last seed, and then they thought they lost that. It looked like Bettis lost that game against the Colts when he fumbled at the goal line, and Ben made a shoestring tackle when they were taking it back for a touchdown. And then to end up winning it in Detroit for Bettis, which is his hometown, to retire that way was just like the epitome of a championship that you want.
Was that
Yeah.
Santonio Holmes against the Cardinals? Is that what that was?
No, that was the Seattle
Okay.
Super Bowl.
Seattle. Okay.
The Holmes one he was retired for.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really want to do like a Patriots team one. It was hard to. I don't know if there's one team of the 6 that won that stands out more than others, but maybe the first one. I think they were the first like team to come out of the tunnel as a team, right?
Yeah, they were. I fucking hated it.
Well, that's what everyone does now, no?
Yeah, because you guys ruined it. Just another thing the Patriots fucking.
Joe would
ruined.
rather be individualized. He doesn't like this team shit.
Oh, fuck that, man. Best players deserve the recognition. Let them be called out.
All right. We got anyone else? Anyone else have anything they want to? No. This is another one, Andy, where we're going to be coming up with them as the week progresses, and maybe on the next episode we'll throw some out there.
Sounds good to me.
All right, boys. You got quiet. I think we're done. So
We've all
Joe fell
had it.
asleep.
yep, we're all done. So for Mike and Joe, Andy, I'm Doug. We'll see you guys next time. Later.
Later, fellas.